The New England Patriots, like all of you, will take some time for family over the Christmas holiday. They'll get back to work on the practice field on Wednesday and get ready for the last game of the regular season, Sunday at Gillette against the Miami Dolphins. We bring in our New England Patriots and NFL regulars, former Patriots linebacker Matt Chatham, former Patriots running back Kevin Falk. Bill Belichick has at times in the past rested regulars, last game of the regular season. I get the sense, Kevin, you don't think that's going to be the case this week.
I don't think that's a situation we have to worry about any. It's the last regular season home game. It's a division opponent, and it matters to the team. It matters to the coaches. Coaches have watched film for the past 2 weeks and seen a couple of holes that really needs to be fixed on this offense, defense, and special team-wise. So it's one of those couple of weeks that they have right now that they're really going to be focused on, and I mean really focused on fixing these holes and trying to fix a lot of these puzzles that's been mixed up in their secondary right now.
Fact of the matter is, with what happened on Sunday, Patriots beat Jacksonville. Houston loses to Minnesota. Denver beats Cleveland. The Patriots could be ranked as low as third. Matt, they got a chance of being the #1 seed in the AFC still.
They absolutely do. So as ugly as it was, I think they're in a really great position. If you were to talk to them in August and say we'd be here right now, I think they'd be pretty happy about that. They control their own destiny in that they're going to be the 3 seed, provided they take care of business here at home. Houston's got a really tough road game at Indianapolis for a game that's meaningful for both teams. And they could easily slide back into that 1 spot. We're sitting here a week ago, and we thought buys and those kind of conversations were out the door. We thought we were playing in the buy round, but that may not be the case. So it's fun. We're talking about Miami. We're talking about December. We're talking about a meaningful game. It's not as meaningful for Miami, but they have an option to be an 8-8 team. 7-9 and 8-8 are miles apart from one another in the NFL. They really affect off season. So I think both teams are really going to be into this. It's important for both of them.
We remember the nightmare scenario a couple of years ago. Wes Welker gets injured. Last game of the regular season in Houston, non-contact injury. But you can't think that way as a football player. You can't play the game trying to avoid injury.
You can't be tentative when you're playing football. You can't be tentative when you're playing any sport. And for what happened to Wes a few years ago at Houston, it's just one of those fluke things that happen, and then you have guys, your experts talking about it now. Well, should the guys play the last regular season game? Well, that's one of those things that's up to the coach. That's why he makes those big decisions for his football team.
You talked about the difference between 8-8 and 7-9. But realistically, the Dolphins get down by a score or two early. Let's be honest, the cars are warmed up in the parking lot and you're ready to go.
I think so, but after watching Jacksonville's reaction this week, I think there really is something to that, Super Bowl, playing the Patriots. I think around the league, you really have to understand the persona that this team has and sort of the high esteem that they regard this organization. Coming up to New England is its own kind of playoff feel in December. That place is going to be live. And I think, yes, they get down, but I think if you're Miami, they don't have a ton of respect, or shouldn't, for the Jacksonville Jaguars. They did them pretty well a couple weeks themselves. So now they have a chance to go in against New England, and they're really playing the team that New England is now, not the team that New England was all year. So New England has to come back and fill those holes that Kevin's talking about. Because this is how it works in the NFL. This is why this is important for the Patriots. Because whatever they've done these last 3 weeks is what's going to make up those playoff game plans for their opponents. So they're going to go in and find vulnerabilities that they're going to find on film. The Patriots need to close those holes this last week against Miami. So it's going to be a contested game, I think, all the way till the end.
Look, he's got a closet full of hoodies. But if you were going to give Bill Belichick a present for Christmas tomorrow, what would you give him?
Oh, man, what would you give somebody that has 3 Super Bowl rings? Well, my bad, 3 Super Bowl rings with the New England Patriots, a few more with the New York Giants, a couple of more Super Bowl appearances. I don't know what to give him. That's like my wife telling me, honey, I don't know what to get you for Christmas. Just get him a notepad so he can continue on writing those great notes.
You got any ideas, gift idea for the head coach?
Well, it seems at this point, you know what he wants. He wants another ring.
Exactly.
He wants that 4th ring. And, Tiffany's doesn't just sell those. So you got to go earn them. And I think they're excited for this run. I think they put themselves in a position where all the errors and things that we're talking about and obsessing about, they're very fixable. And I think they've got to be excited about it as well. The pieces are in place. We said early on, we've been saying this for the last 2 months, arrive with the healthiest version of you. I think they'll be close to that. You're getting back Gronk potentially. Beyond that, they want to see some of those scheme holes fill, and they want to continue to show teams that they can beat them a lot of ways. If they can exhibit that against Miami, I think we're right back to square one.
We'll worry about the Miami game next weekend. We'll worry about the playoffs after that. Right now, simple message. Merry Christmas to both of you.
Yeah, Merry Christmas.
Right back at you, Dale.
And Merry Christmas to all of you as well.